It is a gorgeous, gorgeous morning this morning. It's not very humid. It is Wednesday, June 24th, I think. And I am Barbara. And I had a really good night's sleep, and I'm really excited. And I slept long, and so it's a little later than usual. And no bird. But Pearl was just here, but she left. So maybe the bird will show up now that he knows we're here now. It's nice and breezy, and when I'm done with my video, I will be mowing the lawn. It's a lawn day. I was a little worried about my coffee. I had a lot of shenanigans around making my coffee today. It did not go well. But it tastes okay. Dennis took me an Americano in bed today, so this is not my first coffee. Okay, update on yesterday. The dogs are good. Turns out that Pearl has a pulled groin muscle. And so she is on muscle relaxants and pain pills, and she seems to be feeling much better. And she gets all these treats because, of course, you've got to put the pills in Velveeta. So she's getting 4 treats a day because the muscle relaxants are 3 times a day. And the pain pills once a day. So anyway, so she's doing, well, it's not pain pills, it's anti-inflammatories, which are the same thing, I think. So she's doing pretty well. And Maisie had her first treatment, and her treatments are a laser treatment on her knee and some injections. And I'm not sure exactly what the injections are, but she will get the injection and the laser treatment twice a week for 3 weeks, and then 2 more injections after that. So she will be going pretty much through towards almost to the end of July with treatments on her knee, but she actually seems like she's already feeling a little bit better. So that's good. So the dogs ended up having a good day at the vet. And Maisie has a grooming appointment to coincide with her knee treatment next week on Friday. So she's going to have to probably be shaved because she still has matting problems. She's, you know, and I think I nicked her when I was trimming her hair. So she has a little tiny scab. She didn't yell or anything, but she has a little scab in one of her bare spots. So I think I nicked her. And now she no longer is neutral when the scissors come out. So I think that's a good sign that that didn't go well. But she didn't tell me at the time. I found it when I was like, you know, rubbing her and like, oh, you have a scab. Oh, what did I do? So anyway, so she doesn't want to see the scissors anymore. Hopefully that won't make it hard for her to be groomed. Hopefully she just associates it with me and scissors. Because she was pretty good at the groomers before I started, so I feel terrible about that. But I didn't even know at the time. It's hard to tell. Anyway, so I've stopped with the scissors, so she, you know, maybe she'll forget. She won't forget. They don't forget things. But hopefully she'll just associate it with me and not with the groomer person, so. I did not watch my brioche class yesterday, but one thing I am going to do today at least is print out the class materials from that to see if there's a pattern, because I think I'm just going to knit the pattern along with the class, just like I'm doing with the sweater. There you go. There's the back of my sweater. Ha 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 ha. So now I think I'm going to do the fronts 2 at a time, so that I'm sure that they match. But I blocked this, well, I washed it and laid it out. I didn't block it per se. I just laid it out. As per instructions from Amy Herzog. So I will count up how many rows I did the ribbing and that kind of stuff, so that I make sure that where I need to match front to back, I will. So anyway, I'm really happy with how this is turning out, and it's gonna be a very useful sweater, kind of an everyday sweater, but it's good. I like my panel of broken seed stitch or dot stitch or whatever you want to call it. So, and that took a little, that took a little bit less than 2 skeins, and I have 6, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have plenty of yarn. For my sweater. So it's going to be a crew neck sweater, because I do wear my sweaters for warmth. Well, I could make it a V-neck sweater. I don't have any V-neck cardigans. And then I would just have to wear cowls and things, which I surely can do, because I have a rack full of shawls, and you saw my cowls recently, so there is that. But I need to make my decision soon, because I'm starting on the fronts very shortly, and I need to work on my cross stitch. I did find a fun, colorful cross stitch pattern of a unicorn, so I think I'd probably go with that. So I'll be all set. I just need to get a wiggle on. Oh, it's gorgeous out here and very dry. It's not humid at all. What a beautiful day. So it's going to be a beautiful day to mow, and today's a shower day, and I did not take my shower yet. I decided to wait till after I mowed. So that's the plan for the day. Mow and craft. Oh, and the radish salad turned out really, really good. So I highly recommend, if you are not a fan of potatoes, or if you don't eat potatoes for whatever reason and you want something that would be a good substitute, radishes work. Radishes work. And I just cut them up into potato salad size pieces and put them in a shallow pan with a cup of water and brought them to a boil. Then I put the lid on, put them on low, and cooked them for 5 minutes, according to the recipe. And they turned out great. They, as I described it to Dennis as I was eating them, they're a little brighter, sort of brighter in your mouth than potatoes. Potatoes are, have a mushy, starchy texture, and these don't have a starchy texture, but they worked really well. And he thought after you cooked them on top of the stove in the water, you could put them in the oven for a little while on a very low temperature and kind of dry them out, and that might change the texture and make it a little less wet, maybe, and a little more potatoey. But I really liked it, and basically you can just make it, whatever your potato salad recipe is, just make it with radishes. And these radishes would be perfect in like New England clam chowder that has potatoes cut up in it, or in a stew. That, because I love New England clam chowder, and it is totally keto except for the potato part. Now you can use turnips too, but turnips have more carbs. The radishes have 2 net carbs per cup of raw radish. So I made this huge thing of salad that had 8 net carbs, maybe 10, because we did put some celery in and some pickles. But otherwise you're just putting spices and mayonnaise and eggs. No carbs in those. So anyway, that was a big success. So yesterday was a big success. Dennis didn't have any trouble taking the dogs in by himself, and my mother-in-law's feeling better. So that's good news too. So lots of good news today. Oh, it's so beautiful today. It was so muggy yesterday, but a front went through last night, which I could hear the thunder in the distance. I don't think it actually rained. There's no evidence that it rained here, but it was thundering close enough that we could hear it. I could even hear it, not just Pearl, who would have heard it even if I didn't, you know, if it was a little further away. So anyway, I will be getting the lawnmower out pretty shortly, because I would like to get my mowing done before we walk the dogs, so that once we walk the dogs, I can be in and relax and sit down and do my crafting thing. Today's a fasting day because I ate yesterday. And so there you go. I played 3 or 4 tournaments last night. Busted out quickly in 3 of them. But I won the 4th one, which was a small one, so I didn't win hardly any money, but I won all my money back from the rest of the tournaments I busted out of, so I was ahead by $10. So that's good. So my last few poker tournaments I've been net, you know, ahead by $10 or $20 or something, so that's good. Because I wasn't doing that well for a while. You know, it comes in streaks. So that was fun. And I slept well. I did not go to bed early. I'm surprised, but I felt like, so I went to bed at the same time as Dennis, so I didn't have the problem of figuring out the dog thing. And so I slept a little late, so but I slept. I was in very serious sleep deprivation, so I was kind of expecting to be able to sleep. If I couldn't sleep last night, today would have been a terrible day. And it's not. I feel good, and it's beautiful weather, and I have some energy, so I'm going to mow the lawn and be outside for a while. So that'll be good. And feel like I really accomplished something. And the back of my sweater turned out really well. So now I have to figure out how wide to make the panels on my front. The panels of the design, which I'm going to put right next to the button band. So then the question is, if I go with a V-neck sweater, do I put the design all the way up the V, or does it end at the bottom of the V? I don't know. It's not a thing I have to worry about if I make a crew neck sweater. Well, I'll have to think about that. Do you have any opinions on that? If I have 2 panels, which I think are going to be maybe 14 stitches wide, when I get to the bottom of the V, do I just let it peter out at the V, or do I take them up the sides? What do you think about that? Because they're not gonna, once they get to the shoulder, it's not gonna match. If I go around and they end up at the shoulder, which won't have matching design going down the back, and does that matter? Oh, 'tis a dilemma. 'Tis a dilemma. Well, I'll have to think about it, and I'm very interested in your opinion. about the V-neck. Okay, so I'm gonna go get going here and get you guys up onto the interwebs and start my mowing. And I will talk to you tomorrow. I hope you're all well. I hope everything is well. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I really do. And your crafting is going well, and that you are... Oh, there she is. Are you going to come and say hi? Are you going to come and say hi? Pearl, Pearl, there you are. No Maisie today, but a Pearl sighting. That's good. And no bird. Our bird never came. Maybe he's an early bird, and I'm late. I don't know. Okay, stay safe and stay sane. Bye.